If you thought the Dacia Duster was just another budget SUV, think again. The 2026 Dacia Duster has arrived, and this time, it's come with a mission. It's bolder, smarter, and more capable than ever before, completely redesigned to shake off the cheap and cheerful label and step into a new identity. Built on the Renault-Nissan CMF-B platform, the same architecture underpinning the latest Renault Clio and Captur, the 2026 Duster isn't just a refresh, it's a reinvention. For anyone who's been following the Duster story from its rugged, no-nonsense origins to the surprisingly stylish and feature-packed SUV we have today, this third generation marks a huge leap forward. Whether you're a hardcore off-roader, a practical family buyer, or just someone who loves a good deal, there's something here for you. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into what makes this new Duster one of the most exciting compact SUVs of the year. From the outside, it's clear Dacia has taken the design of the Duster to an entirely new level. The silhouette is still unmistakably Duster, chunky, upright, and with a sense of purpose, but everything's been sharpened and modernized. The front end is particularly striking, with the new Y-shaped LED daytime running lights integrated into a broader grille and slim headlights that give the SUV a high-tech stare. There's a strong horizontal theme running across the face, giving it width and presence. The flared wheel arches, squared-off body cladding, and increased use of rugged-looking materials make it look ready for adventure straight from the showroom floor. Around back, the same Y motif shows up in the taillights, and there's an almost minimalist cleanliness to the tailgate design. The whole thing rides higher and looks more planted thanks to a slightly wider track and a bit more ground clearance than the outgoing model. It's got the stance of a serious off-roader, but with the polish of something you'd be proud to pull up to a dinner party in. Step inside, and you'll find perhaps the biggest surprise. This is no longer the ultra-basic, plastic-heavy cabin of old. Dacia's clearly been paying attention to what today's drivers expect. The 2026 Duster's interior is a huge leap in both design and quality. You're greeted by a clean, modern dashboard layout with sharp lines, robust-looking materials, and a practical but stylish use of textures and finishes. The big upgrade here is the tech. Front and center is a floating 10.1-inch touchscreen on higher trims, running Dacia's updated infotainment system. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it's fast and intuitive, finally putting the Duster in the same tech conversation as more expensive rivals. Just below it, you get physical climate controls, thankfully, and USB-C ports for both rows. The digital instrument cluster on select variants is crisp, customizable, and adds a more premium touch to the driving experience. Comfort has taken a front seat too, literally, with new, more supportive seats made with recycled materials and extra bolstering. Rear seat space remains a strong point, easily fitting two adults with room to spare, and the boot offers generous capacity, especially with the rear seats folded flat. It's the kind of cabin you could happily road trip in and day out. Now let's talk powertrains, and this is where things get interesting. For 2026, Dacia has introduced electrified options for the first time in the Duster. The lineup kicks off with a 1.2-liter mild hybrid turbocharged petrol engine, producing around 130 horsepower, which strikes a great balance between efficiency and everyday usability. It's paired with either a 6-speed manual or an automatic gearbox, depending on the trim and market. For those looking for even better fuel economy, there's also a full hybrid option using the Renault Group's proven 1.6-liter E-Tech powertrain, delivering roughly 140 horsepower. That setup is ideal for urban drivers and anyone who wants to dip into electrification without going fully EV. The diesel option has been dropped in most markets, but the bi-fuel version, which runs on petrol and LPG, continues to offer incredible running cost savings for the budget-conscious. All-wheel drive is still available, and it's been improved, with better torque distribution and hill descent control for serious terrain. No matter what engine you pick, the Duster remains light on its feet, easy to maneuver, and surprisingly refined at highway speeds. Speaking of terrain, let's get into off-road performance. Something the Duster has always been known for, and something Dacia clearly didn't want to compromise. With over 210 millimeters of ground clearance, generous approach and departure angles, and a revised 4x4 system, this SUV still means business when the road ends. There's a dedicated off-road display on AWD models that shows gradient, tilt, and traction information in real time. You also get selectable drive modes for different surfaces: mud, snow, gravel, plus hill start and descent control to make tricky situations manageable even for novice drivers. The Duster won't match a full-blown Land Rover in the jungle, but it'll tackle forest trails, snowy mountain roads, and beach access paths with ease, and it'll do it while sipping fuel and costing a fraction of what hardcore off-roaders charge for the same experience. Now on to safety and driver assistance. Dacia has really stepped up here. While the old Duster was a bit sparse in this department, the 2026 model brings in a suite of modern safety tech as standard or optional depending on trim. You get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, traffic sign recognition, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. The structure itself is stronger than before, benefiting from that newer CMF-B platform, and it's already scored well in early crash testing. It's not overloaded with beeping nanny systems, but there's enough tech here to provide real peace of mind for daily family use. Trim levels follow Dacia's familiar value-first philosophy. The base, essential model keeps things simple and affordable, with all the must-haves like air conditioning, LED lights, and smartphone connectivity. Step up to the Expression or Journey trims and you start unlocking the good stuff. Larger wheels, the big touchscreen, wireless phone charging, rear-view camera, upgraded upholstery, and more advanced driver assist. The new flagship Extreme trim leans into the Duster's adventurous spirit, with skid plates, roof rails, water-resistant seat materials, and unique styling details inside and out. Pricing, as always with Dacia, is a huge part of the appeal. Even in its most loaded configuration, the 2026 Duster costs significantly less than similarly equipped rivals. While final pricing may vary by market, we're talking about an SUV that undercuts the competition by thousands, without feeling like a compromise.